In this video, I'm going to be doing problem number 6 in homework section 4.3. So let's go ahead and get started. It says, a professor feels there is a relation between the number of hours a statistics student studies each week and the student's age. She conducts a survey in which 26 statistics students are asked their age and the number of hours they study statistics each week. She obtains the accompanying results. So let's go ahead and click on the data and let's go to StatCrunch. First thing we're supposed to do is a scatter plot. So let's go ahead and do regression, simple linear. So we got to select our X and Y values. And I want to look at something here. There we go. Let's go ahead and compute. And we can make this a little bigger. While we're in here, we might as well write down the equation of the regression line. So we've got y equals, and it's going to be 0.231x minus 0.909. If we round to 3 decimal places, let's go ahead and go to the line. And we need to figure out which one this is, so I'm going to go ahead and make this a little bit easier to see. And let's go back. Excuse me, I got to put that back in. Alright, so let's see if we can figure out which one is the right graph here. So we might need to go to the right to help us see this. There's an outlier on the very right, so it could be that one, or maybe one of these two. So that outlier is at 1, 2, 3, 4. Here it's at 3, and here it's at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's go back to our graph. And it looks like it's got to be this one here because it's higher. I guess that would be 8. So let me just move that. Looks like that's the right one. Okay, so that was good. Determine any potential influential observations. Choose the correct answer below. And it would be that one point that we were just looking at right here. And so let's see if we can figure, we said that was 36, or about somewhere around 36. Let's go ahead and see which point that would be. That would be this one here, 35, 8.1. So that's B. Find the least squares regression line using all the data points. Choose the correct answer below. Now first time I did this one I messed it up because notice it says they want the slope to 3 decimal places and the intercept to 2 decimal places. So we had gotten the slope as 0.231 and the intercept as 0.909, so it would be 0.91, negative 0.91. All right. Find the least squares regression line with the data point 35, 8.1 removed. So let's go ahead and remove that point. Oh, let's see if I can do that. I think I've lost my graph. I'll have to start all over again here. Oh, there it is. Okay. So we're going to remove that one point, which we believe is an outlier. And let's go ahead and find our regression line. So pick X and pick Y. And we're finding the fitted line plot. Let's go ahead and do that. So this time we have y equals, let's make it a little bigger. So it'll be 0.154 x plus 0.66 if we round to 2 decimal places. All right, let's go back. And again, it does say 3 places for the slope and 2 decimal places for the intercept. So it's going to be 0.154 and 0.66. Okay, so you can see that it made a significant difference. Our slope has changed by almost 0.1%, but definitely the intercept has changed. It went from negative 0.91 to 0.66. So it says draw each least squares regression line on the scatter diagram obtained in part A. Choose the correct graph. Now, I haven't found a way to do this on one graph. I actually had to do both of them separately. Basically, let's see if we can figure out which one is the right graph here. Let's go ahead and look at our regression line that we have. This is with the outlier removed. So it looks like that. So just notice on the right side, there's these 4 points. It's going to be these 4 points right here. And so it's right in between. And I believe it was higher before that. Let's go ahead and, oh boy, let's see if I can figure out how to do this. I can't find the original spreadsheet. Looks like I might have to do it all over again. All right, so let's just do that. So again, this graph goes between these 2 points, or these 4 points here. There it is. Okay, so let's put that point back in. Oh boy, what was the point? 35.8.1. And stat regression, simple linear. Let's choose X and Y. And let's go ahead and compute and make this a little bigger. And let's see what the graph looks like. Yeah, you can see that now the original line is right at the top of these 2 points here. So that's what we're going to look for in those graphs. Let's see if we can figure out which one it is. So this one's too high, this one's too high. Yeah, this one looks just about right. This looks like what we were just looking at. So I think we're looking at C here. All right. Use the regression equations in part B and C to comment on the influence that the point 35.8.1 has on the regression line. So the point 35.8.1 substantially affects only the slope. It actually affected both the slope and the y-intercept. There we go. All right, so we're done with number 6, and so I'm going to stop the video here.